Hello, Aries. Thank you so incredibly much for your patience. I apologize for the break. I had dental stuff happen, and then today was the 4th of July. So, yeah, I hope that's going okay for you, and I hope you are feeling some sort of comfort in the fact that you have freedom. I don't know. I don't want to preach to you guys. I'm sorry. I just get very very frustrated, especially at this time with everything that's going on. You have the Four of Wands. Hey, Slayer. Hey, Slayer, go lay down. Puppy, go lay down, Slayer. Slayer, go lay down. I am pet sitting my old dog, my ex-boyfriend. They're doing fireworks. He's a pyrotechnician, of course. He's a Leo, and they are doing barge setup. So I have Slayer. I raised her with him. She is a wonderful, wonderful wolf. She's a black wolf. Hi, Marcel. And she raised Marcel. All right, so the Four of Wands right out of the bat. So this is stabilization, opening energy up as far as connections with other people. This may be a situation in regard to, well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and pull your cards out, and then we will go from there. How about that, Aries? How about that, Aries? Oh, Temperance. King of Pentacles. Earth and fire energy so far. Good girl, Slayer. Good girl. Three of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. It's looking pretty good, you guys. Really good, actually. Show me more for Aries. Emperor? That's what's coming towards you, or at least that can also be how people view you as well. That's actually pretty good. Okay. Tower, hopes and fears. One more. Let's move these down so you can actually see them. Aries. One more for Aries. Wow, okay. Here you got two coming out. Three coming out as your outcome. So the first one to drop was the Hangman. Second card, Two of Wands. Third card, Ace of Pentacles. Really good. Wow. Bottom of the deck, the Empress. So, wow, you guys, this is really interesting energy. You have, first off, the Emperor, the Empress. So this is a couple. This is a power couple. This is two people who are in their own right, and they make things happen in their own life. You know, they stabilize things. They are solid. It's solid. If you are not, it could also be mother and father as well. I don't know if anybody is dealing with that, but like you have the male aspect here. This is also wife, mother, male aspect, both earth energy. I'm not one to be like, oh my God, you're going to get married. But like, it feels honestly like something here is where you might be stabilizing your relationship and taking things to the next level. You could be moving in together. It could have been a longer process or taken some time to get here, but it feels like two people, honestly, the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Temperance card, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Empress, Emperor, King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. This is all cards of incredible positivity in the way that they're working out. I feel the only thing here is that we're afraid it's going to crumble, or we're afraid that there's going to be some obstacles, which isn't bad, but this is essentially stabilizing your relationship with somebody, taking things to the next level. Earth sign energy doesn't have to be an earth sign, but essentially that represents somebody who is incredibly stable in your life. Hi, Fatty. Thank you for blessing this reading with your ass. I love you, Marcel. I love you, you fatty boof. So yeah, I think that this is going forward. This is two people essentially agreeing to move forward in something together. If it's not leading to marriage, it's leading to a stabilization of your relationship, for those of you in a relationship. And I think that that's wonderful. And I'm quite happy for you because this, honestly, Aries, is the happiest fucking reading I've done this entire time around. So congrats for you. You know, this is about being conscious of moving forward. Which direction do we want to go in? You know, some of you may be dealing with moving. I think that some of you are trying to, it's like one person may want to stay in one area, one person may want to expand a little bit further to maybe someplace that they're not comfortable with or not used to yet, to explore more. I'm sorry, there's still fireworks going on outside right now. Those are the explosions out there. But it feels really positive, Aries. It feels like you have a fair amount of balance between the two of you. There's both parties working, both parties feeling like they can do what they need to do to get the ball rolling. Knight of Pentacles is somebody who essentially, you know, if this is the obstacle, this may have taken a little bit of time, or one partner wasn't quite sure yet about the direction that they wanted to go, but it seems like things have been decided upon and we're moving towards something that's quite positive. It's a new beginning with both people. You have a lot of pentacles here, you guys. 4, 5. Maybe it's not a ton, but it's, you know, essentially this is 10 cards. It's half the reading. It's pentacles, it's stability, it's finances, it's money. Maybe this is a situation where somebody needed to get their finances under control so things could actually be solidified. The 3 of Pentacles in regard to the 4 of Wands, this essentially talks about, you know, choosing to be with a partner. It is manifesting together. It's using both of your efforts wisely, using discernment, and essentially going towards positive goals together. Nothing about this feels negative. It just feels like we, you know, I don't think that this is somebody like on the fence about, oh no, maybe we shouldn't do this. I don't think so. I think that this is moving forward. And I think the only thing that we are hesitant about with the Hangman is trying to not go in a direction where we leave ourselves in uncertainty, or, you know, this is essentially this King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. These are energies where we do our very, very best to solidify everything. We stabilize everything before we walk into it. It's kind of like micromanaging everything, which can be a little bit frustrating, a little bit weird, you know, for some people, but sometimes it works. And I know I'm not a big planner. I'm terrible at planning. I'm not terrible at planning, but I'm terrible at planning. But basically, yeah, it feels like two people essentially being conscious of the direction that they're going in and making sure that they're not going to make any mistakes, which is fine. That's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5 cards of fire. Okay, so yeah, you know, I think also too, you have a fair amount of, you know, it's like when you wait, when you really make sure something is right, you give yourself the opportunity to know what you're getting into. I think that that's also another component here, Aries. People see you both as diligent, hardworking. If you're single, this may not be for you. I will definitely try and read it for a single person, but what I'm picking up, honestly, is for a couple. I'm feeling 2 people. Slayer, do not pee in my house. Don't do it. This dog. Yeah, it feels like things are moving in a situation where both people are stable enough to actually make something happen here, to make something last, to give yourself the opportunity to work together. Okay. Yeah, I mean, people are viewing you both as totally strong about this, stable about this. This is coming forth. This could be the connection of I don't even want to say that because it sounds so fucking cheesy. So cheesy. Okay, I'm gonna say it. The connection of a lifetime. Yeah, I don't necessarily feel bad about this. I'm going to pull one of these silly little romance angels and we will clarify for you guys. Okay, show me for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. Oh, that popped out really quick. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. It's interesting here because I'm going to pull one more, I feel. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Yeah, this may have been some situation in the past where you may have been in a situation where, I'm sorry, Marcel, your butt is all over this reading. Okay, well, bougie move. All right, there you go. Worth waiting for. I think that this situation, again, Knight of Pentacles, slow. This is the obstacle. This is somebody moving slowly. Okay, this is either somebody moving slowly because they need to stabilize their life financially. They can move forward financially with a partner, or they don't want. Again, it's that Earth energy, that Taurian, Virgo, Capricorn energy, where and it's not just Earth energy that is financially responsible, but essentially what I'm feeling is that this is somebody utilizing their desire to really, make sure that they pad their pocketbook and wallet before they get into something solid with somebody. It's actually a very mature type of energy. Very mature. So worth waiting for. I think that this situation did cause some waiting to happen, but it's moving in the positive progression. It's moving forward now, making the effort. I think that is part of making the effort, and I think both parties are actually open to that. And then you have passion at the bottom of the deck. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Very good. So, excellent. I don't feel weird about this. I don't feel bad about this reading. Hi, Chunk. And we are going to go ahead and clarify. Marcel, for real though. Oh, sweetie, did you hit your head? Oh, bougie. Okay, so what deck? What deck? To clarify for Aries, what deck? Hi, Slayer. What deck for you, Aries? What deck for Aries? Oh my God. I'm sorry. I usually want to. Okay, this is the deck. This is the deck. I love this deck. I pick it up on the bottom of the deck. It's the Ace of Cups. Lovely. Yeah, I don't feel bad about this situation. I feel that there's a fair amount of love and connection here, you guys. All right, so let's pick up the players first. Let's do the King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Empress, Emperor. Show me the King of Pentacles in the past. Why is the King of Pentacles in the past? What's going on there? So you have two cards here. They both fell out sideways. So this is a Ten of Cups and the Three of Swords. This is essentially somebody who is not certain in the direction that they're going. They are heartbroken. This may have been a situation where somebody feels a fair amount of connection with somebody, but they're not ready to move forward yet because they're heartbroken or they're frustrated emotionally and they're not certain. That's the past energy. That's the past energy, you guys. But at the bottom of the deck for that, you have the Three of Wands. So this is essentially something that they wanted. It's just waiting. This is kind of what I've been talking about from the beginning. It's somebody wants this. They want to work on it, but it's just the fact of matter, like they have to wait. Okay, show me the Knight of Pentacles as the obstacle. Why is the Knight here as the obstacle for Aries? Seven of Cups. Oh, with the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this is options. And options doesn't always have to mean that somebody had third-party situations and they had a bunch of, people to figure out and, all of these like lovers. That doesn't necessarily mean that, in regard to the Knight of Pentacles, it talks about finance. It talks about, did this person need to get a different job? This talks about a fair amount of confusion in regard to decision-making. We have a lot of money here. We have a lot of financial aspects here. This could be that they needed to stabilize their finances. It could be that they were needing to, they recognized that what they were making or what they were involved in was not going to be conducive to a relationship. So they had to change it. And it takes a while to change things. This is somebody who gets involved in things that are going to be they're going to have longevity. They're going to, build upon things, but they don't go in willy-nilly. Hence why they need to figure out all of their options before they actually venture into this. Okay? Not bad. And they're doing it because of the Two of Cups. They're doing it for love. Sometimes you have to take a break and wait for something because it'll be better as it matures versus just rushing in. Because, see, this is what makes me feel like either these two people have been together for a while. So we have the Emperor and the Empress, but for as far as like the way that they react and experience each other, it's something where it's on a more mature level. I'm not talking, it could be an older couple, 50s, 60s, 70s together, or it could just be two people that are incredibly solid and they both know that waiting for something is going to be far better than just jumping in because love is exciting, and we want to get everything in because love is exciting and passion and this and that. Yes, there's passion here, but there's also an energy here where it's like you both understand that there is an unending well of passion between you, so it doesn't have to be exerted and experienced all in one go. All right, so show me the Empress. Show me the Empress here. So you have, interesting, you have the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Fool. This is essentially somebody who is working very, very diligently in regard to this. It feels like both people are working very hard for this. The Three of Cups also is somebody who's very excited that things are happening. They're celebrating. This is like a celebratory experience. The Ten of Pentacles is something where we build its long-standing connections. The card says richness. It can be riches. It can be abundance financially, but it's also an energy where we are getting involved in things. We're building up to an energy where we're essentially working towards family life, creating a family, stabilizing a family. This indicates mother and father energy. These two cards being themselves, it doesn't mean that you're old or older. I'm not trying to be an ageist. I'm not ageist, but this could also just mean you already have children together and something has been stabilizing and you've been moving forward to stabilize it even further. That's why things are going slowly. Then you have the Fool. So, and brand new beginnings, but it's going towards something together with the knowledge that we're going to make it. We're going to make it, and we're going to make it because we've made it. We've created it. We've made sure that we can do this together. It's a joint effort that's successful. Show me the Emperor, please. So you have, okay, so for the Emperor, you have the Father of Swords. This is the King of Swords. This is a very shrewd person already. All right, this is a very shrewd person already. They, as far as finances and like how they make sure things are going for themselves, somebody who's very tactful in how they save their money, make their money. It is somebody who is, they're kind of single-minded. It's like, eye on the prize, let's go. You also have, okay, interesting, the Moon and the Eight of Wands here. So this is essentially, this person, if they have been, if they have taken time to do this, and this is like a joint effort between you, this person may have had to travel for work. This person may have not known what their schedule was all the time. It's like not knowing which direction they're going to go in, but they have to for work. Sometimes this type of energy, the King of Pentacles, the Emperor, they're very similar in certain ways, especially when it comes to ruling their financial experience and how they take care of their family. They're very connected in that way. The Moon, I'm not honestly picking up a lot of deception here. What I'm picking up is uncertainty of path. And when I say uncertainty of path, especially in regard to this Eight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, I honestly feel immediately that this person may have had to travel. They don't know where they're going. Their business or their company either sends them to different directions, different places in the world, which also may take time away from their family, or their experience here. It may have been a situation where somebody had to save up and they've been doing this type of work for a while now so they can have the abundance that they need to move forward in the direction that's going to be stabilizing for this entire situation. I like this reading, Aries. I mean, It might not resonate for a lot of people, you guys, but for whomever it does resonate, and I hope it does, this feels like you guys are doing something right. This feels like a relationship I would love to be in, you know? And honestly, this feels really solid. It doesn't feel like somebody's floundering. It doesn't feel like people are freaking out. You have the King of Cups here. I don't know where he's going because I didn't ask for the King of Cups. Where are you supposed to go? Okay, there. So, sorry, why am I turning it upside down? The King of Cups with the Three of Pentacles. Whew. Slayer, I'm sorry, I don't mean to pause. Last time I brought her here, she peed all over my carpet, and my friend Joe's dog was here a couple months ago, and he like pissed everywhere in my house. I had to steam clean for like a week, but I don't want her to pee on my rug. She's part wolf. She's huge. It's a lot of pee. Don't go pee-pee, Slayer. So, King of Cups here with the Three of Pentacles. This is somebody who wants to nurture a situation into existence. They are proud to be part of this, and they are doing what they can to make it stable. This is somebody who nurtures something. This is somebody who loves you. They're doing this because they love you. Or you're doing this because you love the other person. This person wants to take care of you, and this person is doing that with love, with finances, with building a family unit. Okay, so, all right, well, I'm going to take these cards away, and I'm going to use a different deck that's smaller so we can clarify the other cards. All right, so show me the Four of Wands here for Aries. For this to be the main situation, it's talking about home stabilization, connection between the two of you, moving in, making things happen. Okay, so yeah, for that to have been there as one of the main obstacles here, we have somebody worrying about it, constantly worrying about the home, worrying about stabilizing this relationship, this foundation. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You have the Queen of Cups, King of Cups, Empress, Emperor. You have a couple. This is a very loving couple, very nurturing couple. It's one of those relationships where you know your partner without having to like verbally communicate. Like you can feel them, if you know what I mean. So that's the kind of energy that we're talking about here, Aries. It feels like the female aspect has worried about this. It also could be a situation where the female aspect is constantly worrying if this person is constantly on the road, in the air. It's deep love, but it's also worry. I know that this card talks about, painful, all of this pain, all of this extreme feelings and thoughts. What I'm feeling with this card is more so somebody who is worrying. They worry. I don't feel that they're like plagued by this, but I feel that there's a constant like worry. That's hard as a water sign. I'm a water sign. I'm Pisces, Scorpio. But basically, like, I know that even my sweetie, he just dropped me off. We were watching the fireworks with kiddo, and he dropped me off, and I'm like, will you please text me when you get home? And he didn't text me. Like, well, he would have, but I started panicking before he got home, and I was like, hey, are you okay? And he texted me, yes, he's just getting there now, but it's like that worry, it's not necessarily worried that the person's going to cheat. It's worried that they're okay. That's what I feel here. Show me Temperance for, okay. So with Temperance, you have the Two of Wands and Ace of Swords. I feel here that this is two people making decisions in regard to the direction that they're going in. If you're moving out, this also could be here too. This might be a situation where the both of you are choosing to move out of state. This doesn't necessarily have to just mean that they were working out of state. This could mean that you are uprooting your life, and this is worrisome as well. I do want to mention that this is worrisome as well, because it's like if you uproot yourself from a place that you've been either raised in, that's the only place that you know. Foreign things are different. I'm not talking about like going to Dubai or like, moving to I don't know, Glasgow. But, even if you're like from New Hampshire and you're moving to Maine, like, that might be a little bit uprooting, or like Vermont to Seattle, that might be uprooting. Like it's a worry here about how things are going to manifest and shape up. That just sounds like a gun. I grew up in LA with a bunch of gangs. Yeah, this is about getting clear in regard to what is going to work best for you in the direction that you go in. You have the world in your hand. It's about movement. You have it also here too. Two people going back and forth in regard to how they're going to stabilize and manifest this. All right, show me the Eight of Pentacles. So for the Eight of Pentacles, you have these Six of Cups. So this is, okay. Again, I do want to mention again, this Queen of Cups, she keeps popping up. Hi, Bougie. Queen of Cups keeps popping up. So this, what I'm talking about here too, this is somebody who is worried about their children, worried about their schooling, where they're going to go to school, how the home is going to be for their children, their family, and how much energy and effort we're going to be putting into things. This isn't just about like working on finances. This is also creating your home, working on your home, making sure that the creature comforts in your life are there. That helps a lot when you're trying to move to a different state, or if you're just moving down the street, creature comforts need to be there. It's like stabilizing things, being conscious of your family and their needs, their home needs, their, where they reside. That is a big worry too, okay? This doesn't just have to mean heartbroken, terrified, this can also just mean a fair amount of worry and concern. Show me the Wheel of Fortune for Aries, please. Again, with the Hangman. I think somebody here is worried about the direction that they're going in, but I think they're needing to trust that patience is going to be probably your best friend in this. It's going to ease worry. My poor chickens. I have 4 chickens outside and they're terrified right now. They're going to bust an egg. Yeah, I think somebody's worried. I think they're worried about the direction that they're going in. I think this is really important to just have faith and trust the path that you're on. Trust the path that you're on, because everything presented here is very positive. I think this is just internal worry about things. It's positive. It's going positively. It's just going to take some time, But within that time too, it's important to reflect. And I think that that's going to be the biggest thing to alleviate some of this anxiety and stress is actually reflection. So show me the Tower. I want to see the Tower. What's the Tower about? Because I honestly think it's just fear that things aren't going to either take shape or work for you. Yeah, here you have the Fool in reverse, you guys. It's okay. It's okay. So the Fool in reverse with the Tower, this is essentially fear that this isn't going to go well. That's totally relatable. It's totally understandable that somebody would be afraid that this situation isn't going to go well. If you don't know, with the Moon here, if you don't know exactly the direction, the area that you're moving into, of course it's going to feel cattywampus. Of course it's going to feel like you are just walking into the abyss. But you have somebody here that loves you. You may have a family with this person. I would say somebody is worrying excessively. And while some worry is warranted, because that's just how we are, when we don't know what we're getting into, when we don't know everything, we worry. But I say be open to the possibility that something really great can happen, because it feels like that's headed in that direction with the energy that's supported here between 2 people. It's 2 people making the effort. Show me the Hangman and the outcome. Show me the Hangman. So you have the Emperor here with the Hangman. So this is somebody who's being very shrewd in how they go about this. Again, very discerning energy with this Father of Swords, King of Swords energy with the Emperor. Very discerning, very discerning. So somebody who's planning everything. They may be micromanaging a bit, but they're planning everything. Show me the Two of Wands here for Aries. Two of Wands. Okay, so this Queen of Cups really wants to come out. You have the World and you have the Queen of Cups here. So this is essentially, I feel that in the outcome, this is the outcome, the end. Oh, you guys can't see that, can you? Okay, let me bring them down here. Maybe you can see that, I don't know. This is essentially making peace with the progress that's happening here. This could also mean that you may be having to trust your partner a little bit more and just go with it. The Queen of Cups here, though, is actually very good at that. They can go with the flow in a lot of ways. She's upright. I don't feel that she's being manipulative. I don't feel that she's like being out of character. I think that she's just had a fair amount of worry and concern. I don't feel that your partner is bad, Aries. If this is your partner, if this is Aries energy, this could definitely be you. But I just feel that your partner, if this is the Queen of Cups, is your partner, they have to trust you. And that may be difficult for them. It's not that they don't trust you, but it's something of where they need to allow this to happen. And they are. It's just hard. Sometimes we want to control everything. Show me the Eight of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the Ace of Pentacles for Aries. Show me the Ace of Pentacles for Aries. Ace of Pentacles. Final card for Aries. Ace of Pentacles for Aries. Empress. There you go. So you have the... oh, you guys can't see that again. You have the Emperor, the Empress. Empress, Emperor, Empress, it's here all over the place. King and Queen of Cups. You have a couple here that loves each other very much. This is something that's an incredibly powerful couple. This is somebody that, you know, either this is a stabilization to move and marry, or this is you're already married and you're moving somewhere new. That's what I honestly feel. And there's been a lot of energy and effort that's been put into this. I'm going to clarify these two cards, worth waiting for and making the effort. And then we'll get a Nocturna and be done here. So show me worth waiting for. You have the Page of Cups. This may have, it kind of felt like this. I'm going to read it both ways. The Page of, I feel like it's upright. But the Page of Cups is essentially somebody who communicates and on an emotional level, they give to you on an emotional level. It is bonds, friendship, it is warm connectedness, it's balance between two people, you know, new beginnings that need to be nurtured. Essentially, it's not bad. It's not bad. It also could be that somebody was pregnant and waiting for a child to be born as well. That could have been worth waiting for as well. That may be another reason why we're moving, why we're stabilizing something. This reading is not going to be for everybody. I know that. But for whomever it is for, it is for. It's a very good reading. It's a very compassionate, warm, connected reading. This is very powerful, loving energy. Show me make the effort here for Aries. Make the effort for Aries. Nice. You have the Sun. So this is essentially making the effort, getting things moving. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords right here. King and Queen of Swords. I think that these are not necessarily just people that you're dealing with. I think that this is energy where it shows different variations of the energy between you as a couple. You have couples here. You have not too many couples, but you've got King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Emperor, Empress, Emperor, Empress, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. I think that this is you guys being stable on all levels, being very much in your mind going forward, being very conscious of how you go about things. With the King, that was the King and Queen of Swords, with the King, Queen of Cups. Loving, nurturing, accepting, warm, accommodating for your partner, you know, Emperor, Empress, stabilized, moving, passionate, open, loving, just like really getting things going. It's positive. It's hella positive, you guys. I don't really know what to say. It just is. How about that? And there's passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I mean, we could pull I'm sure we could pull a card for that. I don't know if we need to, but show me passion. Page of Pentacles. So again, the energy of a child. This may be a situation where you have children, you have multiple children. Either way, this could be utilizing your passion in the relationship to take care of your children. That's another thing that grown-up, stable people do. I don't know, you guys. I don't feel bad about this reading. I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass. If you've watched my channel enough, you know that's not how I read cards. I will not tell you shit that I'm not feeling. Show me energy for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, July 2019. Conch. All right, Conch. And pitcher plant at the bottom. I don't know what that is. I don't even know if I'm going to read that. I might. I feel that Conch is where we need to go, but let's see. I might read the other one. All right, Conch 28. Conch, awakening, hearing, call to action, communication. In Buddhism, the conch shell symbolizes truthful speech and strength and is used often in religious ceremonies. In Hindu ceremonies, blowing into a conch shell produces a sound similar to the Om sound and is believed to awaken the ignorant into enlightenment. Blowing into a conch shell is a call to action, but sometimes this action is to simply listen. If you are having communication problems, let the conch shell aid you. I think that this is more so the female aspect here is concerned and worried about how this is moving, how this is going. There's a mild sense of like needing to micromanage something or being out of kilter, off kilter with the self. I feel that that may be the anxiety there. And I have literally never read this card. I don't think I've ever seen this card. I'm going to read it just out of curiosity, and we'll see if it even resonates. All right, Pitcher Plant 25. Weird. It's a pretty card. Interesting. Deceit and illusion. The carnivorous pitcher plants give off a scent that is enticing to insects. However, this is a trap. Once an insect has fallen inside the plant's chamber, it is eaten alive with the plant's digestive juices. Beware of temptations, for things may not be as great as they appear. I don't really feel that that resonates, to be quite honest. I mean, it was at the bottom of the deck and I took a stab at it, but I think that this is more indicative of your reading. Just because a card's at the bottom of the deck doesn't mean it jives. Even when I'm pulling these cards, if it feels like I'll get a pang in my stomach, that I know that that card is meant to be read, then I'll read it. But this one, not so much. All right, you guys, I hope that this reading was helpful. I really, really, really do. I know it's hella specific, but if it resonates, then it resonates. And if it doesn't, then we have 2 more weeks until hopefully the next one resonates. Yeah, if you found it helpful, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you choose to donate, feel free to. There is a link in the description box below. And for those of you that have donated, I really appreciate your effort, energy, and consideration of my channel. And I hope the messages are helpful for you. So I will see you in 2 weeks, Aries. And yeah, happy 4th of July. However you celebrate it, I hope it was wonderful. And, you know, I'm not going to preach to you about children in cages and the sadness in the world right now, but I'm happy I have some freedom in this experience, and my love goes out to those who are not experiencing that right now. So, all right, I love you guys. Take care. Have a good time. Happy 4th of July. Bye-bye.